What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Les Alex here, and today I am continuing my series where I point out, in my opinion, the two best cards from every single team. We're going by division, so today is going to be the NL West. If you want to check out my videos on the AL East and the NL East, go and check them out. They'll be in a card right up there. You can click on that and check that out after you're done watching this video, of course. But if you enjoy this kind of content, hit that like button. It really is the best way to show your support and let me know that this is a video that you want to watch and a series that you enjoy. And if you're new here and enjoy it, make sure to subscribe and hit that post notification bell icon so you never miss a single one of my videos. So the NL West is a division that has a lot of prolific players in it, but also kind of suffers in the hobby of sports cards specifically because there aren't really that many marquee players and or highly touted prospects. Now, obviously, we have some very good prospects or first or second year players. Don't get me wrong, there are some very good players in here, but because some of these guys are under the radar, you're going to be able to find them for pretty good deals. So if you guys like underpriced all-stars and up-and-comers, this is definitely the video for you. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started with the first team, the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Arizona Diamondbacks in the offseason got a hold of an amazing pitcher, somebody who is just excellent in the postseason. The first player I'm picking for the Arizona Diamondbacks is Madison Bumgarner. This guy is an absolute beast. If you don't know, now you know, because he is a monster. He is 5-0 in the World Series. He has three, count them, 3 World Series rings. Let's kick it over to eBay completed listings, and I'll show you what we're talking about on how just criminally underpriced this guy is. All right, so we're here on eBay completed listings, and as always, the way that you do this, if you're not familiar, you go down here to show only, click on sold items, type in whatever you want. So we have Madison Bumgarner rookie card, PSA 10, and hit search. It will bring up the most recent, so you want to hit ended recently, and yeah, this shows you the PSA 10s. The reason I'm searching PSA 10s and not raws is because of how just dirt cheap these are. Look at this. Madison Bumgarner, 2007 Bowman Chrome draft rookie card. This is a Bowman first for $35. Personally, I think Madison Bumgarner will be a Hall of Famer. He's only 30 years old, which actually, while I was doing research for this video, I found that out. I did not know he was that young. He's pretty young. He's pretty young. Here's one for 32. This is the Topps 105. This is the one that I would probably be interested in most. $30. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Guys, he is undefeated in the World Series. He's a monster. Madison Bumgarner is my first pick for the Arizona Diamondbacks. My next pick for the Arizona Diamondbacks is none other than Ketel Marte. This guy had a huge breakout season last year. His WAR was above 7. He hit for above 300, well above 300, mashed over 30 home runs, and his OPS was above 900. He definitely had a breakout season, and just like Madison Bumgarner, his prices are dirt cheap. So eBay completed here. We have, I'm going to scroll down to his Topps Chrome. Look at this, under $35. Under $35 for his Topps Chrome. If you want to get super bougie with it, his 2016 Sapphire sold for $155. This is a Topps PSA 10. I know I usually let you know about the raw cards, but these two cards are just so cheap that you might as well just take a flyer on these guys. Here's the Topps Chrome Auto for $70. $70. I'm really curious to see the range that they're going for. There's a flagship here that sold for less than $60 for a PSA 10. That's pretty good. There's some refractors that are up there. There's some autos, but here's that main one for under $35. The seller accepted their offer, so I think that's a good price. I really do. Ketel Marte really showing his true colors, really coming into his own, and he's only 26 years old, guys. So Ketel Marte is my second pick for the Arizona Diamondbacks. All right, the next team that I want to talk about is Mad Bum's former team, the San Francisco Giants. The San Francisco Giants, it was honestly pretty hard to try and pick two players. There was one I knew I wanted to have because I've talked about this card and this player on this channel a lot. But as for the second player, I really had to dig deep into my research, and I think I might have found. And the first one, though, is Buster Posey. Buster Posey is an absolute beast, as much as I hate to admit it, because I am a Cardinals fan, and Yadier Molina is, in my opinion, the best catcher that I've ever seen play. But Buster Posey, I got to give him his props. He's been an MVP as a catcher. He's won Rookie of the Year. He's a 6-time All-Star. Of course, a 3-time World Series champ. One Gold Glove, 4 Silver Sluggers, and a batting title as a catcher. As a catcher. He's obviously on the back 9 of his career right now, but he still has a batting average over 300 for his career. He's a lock for the Hall of Fame. I really, really like investing in Buster Posey right now. Let's kick it over to eBay Completed, and I'll show you what I'm talking about on these prices. All right, so look at this. Topps number 2 is the card you want to be looking at. This one sold for $50, and honestly, that's on the high end of what they're selling at right now. This is the one you want to look at. I'll put it on screen as I've put all the other ones on screen. We've got another one here for $34, $41, $39, $35. These are all PSA 10s. You can find the raws if you want in about the $1 to $5 range. So they're super dirt cheap. Again, this guy is a lock. He's won a batting title, MVP, all the accolades, all the boxes you want to check. This guy has checked them as a catcher, guys. As a catcher. He's one of the best offensive catchers, personally, I think, ever. Obviously, there's a lot of good offensive catchers in the history of baseball, but he's definitely the best offensive catcher I've seen in my lifetime. So Buster Posey is the first San Francisco Giant that I am looking at. All right, next up is a player who has not actually made it to the MLB yet. He is actually pretty funny. He's Buster Posey's heir apparent. So Joey Bart, you may not have known him. I'll definitely put his card image up, but Joey Bart is an amazing defensive catcher. He is one of the highest rated prospects in baseball, actually 14th in the entire MLB. He was the Atlantic Coast Conference Player of the Year in 2018, and he was the Defensive Player of the Year. Not to mention, he broke the signing bonus record for a rookie at the time. It was $7 million, over $7 million for Joey Bart. Let's get it over to eBay Completed listing. He's an amazing defensive catcher. He's got some pop as well. So he's kind of like a little bit the opposite of Buster Posey, but it's pretty amazing that they're going from Posey to Joey Bart, who looks like a highly, highly touted prospect and a great catcher for them for years to come. All right, so here we go. 2019 Bowman Chrome. This is a mega. This is $41 PSA 10. Here's a $29. His raws are going to be right around $4 to $10, depending upon who you get it from. So by all means, if you like this guy, again, if you're a fan of the Giants, I think this is a fine pickup. He's a good guy to pick up. Look at this, $50 for another Mojo there. We've got a paper one for $15. This guy hasn't been to the MLB yet, so we never really know. Here's an auto for $51. Not bad, not bad. And it really does seem like the real deal, too. He seems kind of more like Yadier Molina, which is kind of ironic because Molina and Posey have been battling it out for who's the best NL catcher. You know, that's up in the air. I'll let you guys, who's the best NL catcher over the last 10 years, 15 years? Let me know in the comments section. But Joey Bart is my second pick for the San Francisco Giants. All right, next up in the NL West, the next team I want to talk about is the Colorado Rockies. Now, they have two players that are very, very good. One, I think I'm huge on. If you've been rocking with the channel, you know who I'm talking about. And the other is just an absolute stud as well at his position. But I'm going to actually give you three because I think that these two are pretty obvious, to be honest. And the third one I'm going to start with is Ryan McMahon. And if you don't know who Ryan McMahon is, he's a pretty good player. He hit 250 last year with 25 home runs and an OPS of 779. His cards are stupid cheap. I'm not going to go to eBay, but just trust me, his cards are dummy cheap. So if you want to pick them up, that's an additional, a little bonus card, a little bonus pick for you. So the other two players that I want to talk about, the first one, Trevor Story. Trevor Story is a guy that lit the world on fire when he first came up with the Rockies. He hit like 6 home runs in like 10 or 12 plate appearances. It was nuts. But Trevor Story and his cards, again, are going to be dirt cheap. Let's head on over to eBay. All right, so here on eBay we have, this is the first one, sold on May 3rd, so a few days ago, but still a very fair price. PSA 10, under $25. The seller accepted a under $25 offer. That's pretty good. And then right under it, we have the Topps update for 25 that sold for $24.95. Pretty good. I love the horizontal. If you've been rocking, you know I love the horizontal. Here's a purple refractor that sold for under $80. Here's a Topps Chrome for $7. PSA Bowman's Best for $50. I mean, that's a good price. That is such a good price. Here is one, $1. $1 for the Topps update. $1. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. He's an absolute stud. My first pick for the Rockies is going to be Trevor Story. All right, so the next player that I'm going to tell you about for the Rockies should need no explanation. This is a guy that I've been investing in. This is the one player in the entire division I definitely recommend picking up. If you don't get any other of these players, get Nolan Arenado. This guy is an absolute stud. He, in my opinion, will be an MVP one day. He's an all-star time and time again. Silver Slugger. He's got a glove. Nolan Arenado. Let's kick it over to eBay. All right, so here on eBay, I didn't type in PSA 10 because they typically pop up for him just because he is such a great player. A lot of these cards are getting graded. You can get them for right around $100, $110, $120 for the PSA 10s, but because that is pretty expensive, I'm going to tell you guys about the just raws. Again, when you're picking up raw cards, you want to make sure that these cards have sharp corners, the centering's good, north to south, east to west, and that there's no nicks, because whenever you get these, hopefully you're planning on shipping them off to PSA or SGC and seeing if they're 10s, 9s. You want 10s and 9s, guys. You want 10s and 9s. Here is a raw for $21.50. Here's one where the seller accepted $24.99 or less. The Topps Finest. I actually have a couple of the Topps Finest for $3. It's a good pickup, I think. Here's the Topps Finest refractor that sold for under $250. That's a good-looking card. Topps Finest always looks pretty cool. I know it's not as fancy as it used to be, but I still like Topps Finest. Moving on down the line, here's one that sold for $130. So if you're looking at PSA 10s, you want to be right between $100 and $140. I think that's a fine price. His prices are starting to tick on up. And then if you're looking at the raws, you want to be right between about $20 to $25, $26. You obviously have to pay tax and shipping, so that is in there as well. But Nolan Arenado, best player on the Rockies, the best pickup on the Rockies, probably the best pickup in the entire division. All right, so next up is the San Diego Padres. The Padres have several great young players. You probably know who's already going to be on this list because one of them has been blowing the hobby up, and the other is very much a sleeper. I am going to give you a freebie for them because the two that I have on the list are just like automatic locks. So the one freebie I'm going to give you is a pitcher. His name's Chris Paddock. If you don't know who he is, he's an absolute stud. He's 6'4". His WAR was 2.7 last year. As a pitcher, that's very good. And his whip was under 1, which is insane, which is absolutely nuts. He was 9-7 with a 3.33 ERA last season. Chris Paddock, he's real cheap. You can go pick him up for pennies on the dollar. Pennies on the dollar. I'm not going to go down to eBay, but Chris Paddock is the freebie that I'm going to be giving you. The next player that I want to tell you about, you already know who it is. He's one of the hottest players in baseball cards. It's going to be Fernando Tatis Jr. His cards aren't cheap compared to some of these other guys, but He's definitely somebody. I would be just completely wrong, and you guys should all shame me if I didn't at least put him on this list. Fernando Tatis Jr., let's kick it over to eBay completed. All right, so Fernando Tatis Jr., again, this guy's an absolute stud. You already know all about him. I don't even really need to talk about him too much, so I'm not going to spend too much time. Here's the Topps Chrome for 13. Here's a lot for 47 for just the base Topps, number 410. That's the one I would be picking up. Next up, we have a PSA 10 for 62, it looks like. That's a pretty good price. It is a Topps Chrome, though, so keep that in mind. The Topps Chrome, grade easier, so they're going to be a bit cheaper. There can be a time in the future when the Topps Chrome kind of pass up the papers just because they do look pretty cool, but they do grade fairly easy. Here is a Topps Heritage. I'm actually a big fan of the Topps Heritage. I just picked up a Bellinger Topps Heritage rookie, and it looks really clean. So, and they're really, really underpriced. $33 for a PSA 10. I mean, come on. That's just a good deal. If you can buy these in lots, they're only $8 to $15 is where I'd be wanting to pay on Tatis. As you can see, we got the PSA 10s popped up now. Again, 90 to 110 is where I'd want to be, close as you can to $100. Here's one that sold for 86, so that's a good deal. 27 for that Heritage. Man, I might have to start picking up some of these Heritage. That's a good price, I think. All right, so the next player on the list, kind of getting overshadowed. He had a down year last year, so that kind of hurts. But it's Manny Machado. The guy's a stud, the $300 million man. There's a couple of them in baseball now. But Manny Machado, you can't deny the fact the man is a beast. He's an amazing third baseman in the field. He can hit the ball for power. Manny Machado is my next pick. Let's kick it over to eBay completed. All right, and so, again, because he is so inexpensive, and it's actually insane that he's so expensive. I understand he's young, but he's had some years on him now. Topps 2013, Topps Chrome or paper, PSA 10. That's what I'm focused on. That's the pick. $35 here. Buy it now. And we're looking at the buy nows. I'm not even looking at completed. Look, $15 for the Topps Chrome. We scroll down a little bit. Here's a paper for $24. Buy it now. I think Padres are on the upswing. They got Paddock. They just got Tommy Pham, too, who's an amazing outfielder. His OPS is above 800. He mashes ham sandwiches left and right. So I think the Padres are in the middle of a renaissance here. Look, here's the batting one for $20. Here's a SGC 10 for $35. I mean, these prices are ridiculous. Here's a paper for $650. Buy it now. These prices are good. The price is definitely right here. So Manny Machado is my second pick on the Padres. Without further ado, the team with the most hits on them, I think. I could probably put 4 or 5 players on here. I'm actually going to give you 3, though. The first one, he's a lock for the Hall of Fame. He's had some troubles in the postseason. You probably know who I'm talking about. It's Clayton Kershaw. I've got several of his rookies. I've got a PSA 10 in the mail on the way. Clayton Kershaw, he's an absolute lock. Not going to bring up eBay on him, but trust me, he's a lock, and his price is right on a lot of his cards. He's right around $100 to $120 for his PSA 10s. That's a good price, guys. 35-ish for the Raws, so check out Clayton Kershaw. You're not going to lose money on that card. You are not going to lose money on that card. Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts may never actually play a game for the Dodgers, which is crazy. Hopefully he does. But let's kick it on over to eBay and check out Mookie Betts. Okay, so here on eBay completed listings, Mookie Betts 2014 Topps update. That's very important. Topps update. $159 for the PSA 10. This price has started going up now. So you could have got these a couple months ago for about $120. So they've definitely started spiking. Here's the raw for $40. Again, it is a little bit more expensive, but definitely worth it. He is probably the second best player in baseball behind Mike Trout, but Mookie Betts is definitely the pick here for Los Angeles Dodgers, even if he doesn't play a game as a Dodger. That raw price, you want to get close to $25 as you can. It's going to be probably closer to $40, but if you can get it for anywhere close to this buyer's price, that's insane. 34 is right around the average I've been seeing. Again, that PSA 10 is going to be right around $150, so definitely keep your eye out for those PSA 10. Here's one for 170. So it looks like the price is starting to pop off. All right, the last player on today's list. You should probably know who it is. It's Cody Bellinger of the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's an MVP, Rookie of the Year, two-time All-Star, Gold Glover, NLCS MVP, and a Silver Slugger. He absolutely mashes ham sandwiches. His OPS last season was above 1,000. His WAR was 9.1. He hit for above 300, and he crushed 47 home runs. Kicking on over to eBay completed. All right, so the one we want to go after, in my opinion, is the Cody Bellinger Topps Update Series number US 50 here for $29. You could have got these a few months ago for around $20, so the price on the raws are starting to move up. You have PSA 10s for right around $250. So the PSA 10s literally 1 month ago were selling for $165. I know, I bought one. So you definitely want to be moving in on these. I think Bellinger is a safe place to park your money. If you're a Dodgers fan, obviously the Dodgers are absolutely stacked, so you kind of pick your poison with whichever player you want. It's probably a safe bet. Gavin Lux, Walker Buehler, I mean, the list goes on. That team is absolutely stacked, but obviously their leader is Cody Bellinger. This one right here, the Topps Heritage, I'm a huge fan of as well. I think this has a lot of growth potential. It has gained about $15 in the last month or so, so it's gone up from $30 to about $45, $50. So and it's just such a clean picture too. I love the Heritage look. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I like them, so that means there are more people out there that probably enjoy them. So that means there's a market for them. The Topps Chrome PSA 10s, right around 120 to 130. That's where you want to be on those. But yeah, Cody Bellinger, what can you say? MVP. He's one of the best players in the National League. You got to love some Cody Bellinger. All right, that does it for today's video. The NL West, two best players, the picks for each of their baseball cards. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. It really does go an extremely long way with helping YouTube's algorithm and boost me up and gets this video in front of people's eyeballs. I appreciate you all. The growth on this channel has been incredible recently. If you're new here and you're made it this far, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification because I'm posting videos. I'm trying to post videos every single day of quarantine. So we continue the series next time with the AL West. So that'll be fun. Obviously, Mike Trout's going to be on that list, although that card is absolutely ridiculously priced. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really do. Until next time, keep cracking packs, keep collecting. I'll see you around.